Building your own home requires significant capital, and a large portion of that investment goes directly toward federal sales taxes. The first-time homebuyer's GST HST rebate allows individuals constructing their own primary residence to recover a substantial amount of the GST, or the federal part of the HST, paid on construction costs and land. To qualify, you must clear 3 specific gates. First, you must meet the first-time buyer definition, meaning you haven't lived in a home you owned in the current or previous 4 calendar years. Second, construction or substantial renovation must begin on or after March 20, 2025. Third, the total fair market value of the completed property cannot exceed $1.5 million. If you meet those criteria, you need 3 specific components to document your claim. You need the Construction Summary Worksheet, Form GST 191-W2S. You need the main application, Form GST 191. And finally, you need a complete, organized stack of your original construction invoices. These 3 components work in unison to prove your eligibility to the Canada Revenue Agency. Providing the exact data the agency requires in this specific sequence is the standard for reclaiming the federal tax paid during your build. The most common reason a rebate claim is delayed or denied is inadequate documentation. The CRA will not calculate your tax for you, and they will reject any files that do not meet their evidence standards. Every original invoice must display 5 details: vendor's name, 9-digit business number, invoice date, total amount paid, and a clear breakdown of the tax charged. Do not submit estimates, quotes, credit card receipts, or Interact slips. If the document does not include the vendor's business number and the exact tax amount, it is considered inadmissible evidence. Gathering these exact original invoices from your contractors as the build progresses ensures the agency has the proof required to process your rebate. Your first step is Form GST 191-WS, the Construction Summary Worksheet. This document functions as the mathematical foundation of your entire claim. Parts A and B require your basic information and the construction dates. You must also declare the fair market value of the house, including the land, at the exact moment construction was substantially completed. In Part C, log your invoices line by line. Enter vendor details, dates, and tick boxes to classify labor or materials. At the end of each row, separate the taxes paid, sorting the total into either the 5% GST or the applicable provincial HST column. Once all invoices are logged, you move to Part D to consolidate your totals. Tally every entry in the 5% GST column. That total goes into Box 1, which then forms your final Line A amount. Next, tally the HST columns in Boxes 2, 3, and 4. Add these specific HST totals together to generate your final Line D amount. Accuracy here is critical. A mathematically precise worksheet provides the exact variables needed for your main application and reduces the risk of calculation errors that trigger a manual audit. Now you can complete the main application, Form GST 191. Even if several individuals own the house, only one can be listed as the claimant, and that person must be the eligible first-time homebuyer. In Part B, you enter your base date, which is usually the day construction was substantially completed or the day you first occupied the home. This date establishes your filing deadline. You have exactly 2 years from this point to submit your claim. In Part D, bypass Section 1, which is restricted to homes under $450,000. Instead, proceed to Section 2, designed for the first-time homebuyer's rebate. Transfer your worksheet's Line A and D totals here, adding them to form your Line G total. The final rebate amount depends on the home's fair market value on Line R. If that value is $1 million or less, your entire Line G total transfers directly to Line S, representing the maximum recovery. If the home's value falls between $1 million and $1.5 million, you must use the phase-out formula provided on the form. Once the value hits $1.5 million, the rebate amount reaches 0. Executing Part D correctly ensures you benefit from the $1.5 million threshold, avoiding the much lower limits of the standard rebate. To finalize your application, complete the certification in Part E. Sign the document to verify the accuracy of the information, and select your filing method. For those filing digitally through the CRA My Account portal, the order of operations is specific. You must upload your completed GST 191-WS worksheet first, before entering the data for the main GST 191 application into the interface. While you generally do not mail your invoices to the CRA, You are legally required to keep all original invoices and a copy of your application for 6 years. Proper submission sequencing ensures the portal accepts your claim, while long-term record preservation protects your rebate from future retroactive reviews. With the worksheet calculated, the application signed, and the documents uploaded, your rebate claim is now ready for processing. Because the CRA verifies these claims, you should expect a processing timeline of up to 6 months before your payment is issued. You can track the progress of your claim through your online portal. Ensure your direct deposit information is current, so the funds are transferred as soon as the review is complete. Navigating this administrative process requires the same attention to detail as the construction of the home itself. Executing each step correctly translates complex tax rules into a direct financial recovery for the homeowner.